Oh, you might think that you're an expert in pop culture, but it doesn't really count if you only know the names of the faces, the places, and big stories from your own generation.
Who is this former NBA All-Star?
LeBron James.
Obviously not as Dennis Rodman.
Never heard of him in my entire life.
Maybe Gen X is actually the GOAT.
Tom Brady got nothing on me.
I love it. Battle of the Generations is back with a new batch of episodes. And so far this season, it's been Gen Zs and Gen Xers stealing the show. So why is that? Well, let's ask our next guest, the amazingly talented host of Battle of the Generations, the mighty Lilly Singh, is with us in studio. Good to have you back.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome. Late night for you, early morning for you. Thanks for being here with us.
A little bit of both.
Yeah. Why are millennials and baby boomers falling behind?
This is the question I ask every time I choose the show. As a proud millennial myself, I was expecting a lot more from our millennials.
And what's wrong? What do you think is happening?
I feel like we're too on the cusp of we're a little young, but we're kind of getting old, and so we're not hip enough. I don't know. But Gen Z has been crushing it.
You should just blame social media. That's what everybody else does.
Oh, I refuse, though. I refuse. I feel like we should be social media savvy.
Right? I would think you would be, too. It is a lot of fun. You can play along at home. You can play with your friends, your family members, and it's for all ages. But, Lily, because you're the host, you knew the answers ahead of time. But if you were a millennial and a competitor, you are a millennial, if you were a competitor, would you have been able to do okay?
So, actually, I don't know the answers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't know the answers. So I'm playing the game right along with the contestants, learning with them, which is why when someone says something, I'm guessing along. I've learned so much.
And have you been wrong many times?
So many times. Even though I roast a lot of the contestants, I would miserably probably fail as a millennial in this game.
Oh, well, this is the benefit of being the host.
Yes,
you get to do exactly that. I want to ask you about something else, which I love. I know mental health is a huge push for you, and you've been so vocal about it and so supportive. Last month, your animated series, The Mindful Adventures of Unicorn Island, premiered. This concept behind the series is brilliant. It aims to teach skills to help kids regulate their emotions in day-to-day life. Listen, we know the numbers are up for stressors and mental health. We know that helps are down. So something like this really fills in that gap. What promoted this idea and to do it this way? I love it.
Yeah, I'm a big believer that if kids learned about mindfulness from a young age, the world would be a better place. I learned about mindfulness when I was a full-fledged adult, and I've always regretted not having those tools. And so I wanted to create a show that was super accessible, very silly, very goofy, very fun for kids, so they could learn something, but it doesn't necessarily feel like they're learning something. But each episode does teach one mindfulness activity. Yes.
And it's language, right? It's giving kids voice and language.
Absolutely.
So
identify your feelings, get comfortable with expressing your feelings, all that stuff.
Listen, I first became a fan of you on YouTube, which is where you started out, and you've had so much success since those early days, but you recently posted, I loved it, as a really moving tribute to your parents on Instagram, who were a huge part of your YouTube success. So good. I mean, I have South Asian parents. I used to love watching these. You surprised them with a visit at their home in Scarborough, and you found something open on their laptops.
Yes.
That meant a lot to you.
Correct. So in 2010, when I started making YouTube videos, my dad used to do this thing where he would constantly be playing my videos on every laptop he had. Because, back then I made a living off YouTube ad revenue. Yeah. It is many years later. I still have YouTube videos up, but I don't consistently post. I've gone on other revenue streams like this one. So I went home years later, and my dad still had the laptop open, still many windows open, playing all of my videos, because he believes that him giving me the 60 views a day are going to make a difference. But that's his way of showing love,
Absolutely. South Asian parents won't say I love you, but they will always offer you food.
Correct.
And they will do whatever they can.
And they do watch every episode of Battle of Generations every Tuesday, yes.
And do you get a call if things have not happened in the way that they think they should go?
Absolutely. Not only do I get a call from them, but I get a call from their friends as well.
Let me ask...
One time I got a message, was Battle of Generations, the trivia, the font's too small for me to read. I'm like, it's quite large. It's quite large, actually.
They always joke about South Asian parents saying, where's the other 2%?
Yes.
Have your parents stopped asking you that now that you have this massive show and so much success behind you?
Absolutely not. No, until the day I die, it'll be like, well, what if you did this different? But that's what makes me good.
Yeah,
because my parents keep me grounded and keep me in therapy.
And they keep your laptops open.
That's right.
Lily, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
It's a lot of fun always to have you here. You can catch Lily and play along with Battle of the Generations every Tuesday at 9 o'clock on CTV.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.